primary movement patterns. First one is bend and lift. So for this first one, we're gonna do a squat. We're gonna have your feet slightly turned outwards, a little wider than hip width distance, and you're gonna slowly sit back into your heels. You don't want to be too far forward. That's a common mistake that some people make. You want to be sitting back into your heels, getting depth before you're engaging your core and standing back up. So that's gonna look like this. Sitting back, you can almost lift your toes up off the ground, and then coming up. It's better to have your chest open and your body upright than to get as deep as someone else per se. So if you have to just come to here, that's fine. Or if you can come down further, that's also good. Second movement pattern, also bend and lift. This one's gonna be an RDL. So for this one, you're about hip width distance apart, holding your weights or no weights, it's up to you. And you're gonna keep your weights as close to your legs as possible, and you're hinging at your hips, slowly going downward to about there. So you want to keep your hands close to your body, not kind of coming all the way forward. That can hurt your back. So what you're going to do is you're keeping your hands nice and close to your body, slowly bending your knees a little bit, bending mostly at your hips down, and then slowly engaging, kind of rolling back up. This exercise is for the vertical push, so it's going to be a shoulder press. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your weight right here above your shoulder, and you're going to slowly engage that shoulder muscle and push it above your head. A common mistake for this exercise is leaning too far one direction while you're doing it, letting this pull you or letting it pull you out like that, which can really damage your bicep and your shoulder. So we're standing, or I'm kneeling right now, but straight up, and you're going to have this around you, and you're going to just slowly push up with your elbow and your shoulder to straight above your head. I like to keep my hand here, helps me focus on engaging my core, so it's keeping my body stable during this exercise. So we are pushing slowly above the head and then coming slowly back down. Okay, little angle switch. This next one is going to be a horizontal push. So what that's going to look like is we're going to do a push-up. So for push-ups, you can do them on your feet or on your knees. I usually prefer to do them on my knees just because I'm still building up that strength to do a full one on my toes. So you're going to plant your hands, fingers nice and spread wide, pushing into the ground. Elbows over your wrists, shoulders over your elbows. You're going to lengthen your body so that your knees or your toes are kind of far away. And then you're going to slowly push down and push back up. So you want to keep your elbows relatively close to your body. Try not to let them get too far out like that. But if you do, it's not a huge deal. Just, I think it's a better exercise if you get them nice and close to your body. So again, pushing down and then pushing straight back up. The next exercise is going to be a vertical pull. So in the gym, there is a machine. You can reach up and pull the weight down, just kind of getting your shoulder blades pressing together. But there's also a yoga pose called the locust pose, which is what I'm going to do, where you're going to start laying down on your stomach, legs out straight behind you, arms out straight in front of you. And when you're ready, you're going to engage your core and push your shoulders backwards, like push your shoulder blades together like I demonstrated just a second ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay here for just a second, and then we're going to inhale, lift up our legs and up our arms, pushing our shoulder blades together and engaging that core, and just hang out here for a minute. For this one, you want to imagine there's a string pulling the top of your head and your arms one way and your legs the other way, so you're really getting that nice length that's incorporated with this pull exercise. So one more time, we're gonna put our arms and our legs out, and then we're gonna engage our core and lift arms and legs off the ground. Shoulders, blades are pushing together, and we're getting that nice stretch, and then slowly coming down. Again, there's a rowing machine. That's what we're doing. We're doing some rows. So if you don't have a machine like that, that's totally okay. You're just gonna kind of set up in that tabletop position. One arm has a weight, and you're gonna lift that arm, pull it back, almost like you're gonna try to put the weight in your pocket. So nice straight arm to begin with. And then we're lifting, engaging, squeezing our shoulder blades together, and slowly lowering back down. Something I see a lot is also this, which is not quite correct and could end up hurting your elbow or your shoulder. So definitely want to keep it engaged, pulling that back towards your hip. This next exercise is for our rotation. So we're gonna do Russian twists. So for that, you can be sitting down. You can keep your feet on the ground. I'm gonna lift mine up to engage my core a little bit more. This is really focused on your obliques. So you're gonna kind of lean back, and what you're gonna do, take your hands or weight, kind of press to each side. So twisting your torso to kind of engage those oblique muscles. I'll show you from the other side as well. A lot of people who make this mistake tend to just like lean their whole body this either way. But what you're trying to do is keeping your hips square and just turning your top of your body. So like this. The last movement pattern is single leg movement. It's gonna be a single leg glute bridge. This one's a little bit harder, but it's okay. So you're gonna start on your back. Try to get your fingertips as close to your heels as you can. You're gonna put one leg out. I try to keep my knees together just to get that more engaged. And then you're gonna inhale and lift your glutes up. So you're just getting that stretch in that one leg, which is strengthening those hamstrings. This you can do as many as you want. You can even hold at the top and then slowly let down.